Hello YouTube and welcome to the Credit Boom channel. This is Angel and I come to you guys once a week to discuss everything related to credit education. It is my passion and goal to show and teach everyone how credit works. No schools, no universities have ever taught credit. So I'm taking that responsibility to share with you guys the struggles that I went through with my credit so you don't have to. Guys, please hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and that like button. This helps the channel grow and also helps me to reach out to a greater audience. Okay, so in today's video, we're going to be discussing 2 ways to improve your credit score. One of the ways to improve your credit score is going to be, believe it or not, balance transfers. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about an example of how a balance transfer can improve our credit score. So let's say we have 4 credit cards. One has an 80% credit utilization, which practically means you're at the limit of the credit card. And the other 3 have a 0 balance, which means you pay those off and you're working on this credit card that has 80% utilization. You know, we're making our payments on time. We have 3 credit cards to 0 balance. We have 1 at 80% utilization. And our credit score is not improving. You know, what's going on? One strategy to utilize balance transfer to improve your credit score will be this method. We're going to contact the credit card bank with the 80% credit utilization, and we're going to request a balance transfer. You're going to tell them, look, I want to request to move 20% of the balance to this credit card account, the additional 20% balance to this credit card account, and this remaining 20% to this remaining last credit card account. And when you do this, guys, you're pretty much transferring 60% out of that credit card and splitting it up with the other 3. So now what we have is we have 4 credit cards with balances on them with 20% credit utilization. And guys, you know, you got to understand that credit utilization is 30% of your credit score. By doing this one simple step, you have effectively improved your credit score. Because now that 80% utilization on that credit card no longer exists. We got that down to 20 and we split it up amongst the other 3 cards. So we got 4 credit cards at 20% utilization, therefore improving your credit score. It's always to have a low credit utilization and balances on all the accounts, and having 1 at a high credit utilization, in this example 80%, having the remaining 3 at a 0 balance does not help your credit score. So this is one way we can do very effective, very quickly to improve your credit score, is by utilizing the balance transfer method across all your credit card accounts to have a low credit utilization, therefore affecting 30% of your score, increasing and improving your credit score. Now, the second step we can do to improve your credit score, believe it or not, is closing statement date, payment due date. And I'm going to explain the difference between the 2. Obviously, we all know what the payment due date is. You know, we're making our payments on time. You know, we're doing those payments on a regular monthly basis. And guess what? Our credit score is not improving. So, you know, what's going on? So what we're going to do is we're going to call all our credit card accounts or go online and access our account via online, and we're going to find out what the closing statement date is on each of our credit cards. Guys, it's important that we look into every single one because every bank is different. Every bank has a different closing statement date. So we need to find out on each credit card that we have what is the closing statement date and write them down. Now, once we find out what the statement and closing date is, because we've written it down, we're going to do this important step. We're going to pay or make a payment 3 days before the closing statement date. Remember, guys, we're not talking about payment due date. Payment due date is totally different. We're going to pay or make a payment 3 days before the statement closing date. Guys, when we do this, when that statement date comes, it will create a statement showing a lesser balance, therefore reporting that balance to the credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, which shows the lesser balance, therefore increasing your credit score because your utilization is lower than before. And guys, by doing this one simple step, we get to improve our credit score a lot sooner than later. Now, I'm going to add one more hidden gem with this process. If, for unforeseen reason or circumstance, something unexpected happens, and guys, you know how life is. Life is full of surprises. And God forbid you had an emergency that come up, an unexpected expense pop up. So if this happens and we want to use our credit card and we don't want it to affect our credit score, we go ahead and use that credit card for that unexpected expense or emergency. And guys, this is the kicker. This is important. Pay off that amount before the closing statement date. This is important because remember, utilization is 30% of your credit score. When you do this, your credit score will not be affected whatsoever because you had that emergency that showed up, you used the credit card to the limit, and then you paid off that amount before the statement closing date. Therefore, on the statement date, when they report it to the credit bureaus, it will still show your previous balance. Therefore, not affecting your credit score, and your utilization was the same as before. So guys, that's a hidden gem. You can use it to your advantage, but make sure you pay it off before the closing statement date. That is crucial. Guys, I hope this information has shown you any value. Remember guys, I'm here to teach and show how credit works. Some of the guys here are referring me as a credit hero. I don't think I'm a hero. I'm a normal person just like everybody else that focused and learned a lot about credit. And guys, I learned this because I learned the hard way. I went through a lot of struggles in my life with credit, and my life is so much better now because I understand how credit works, and I also want to relay that information to you guys. So guys, I hope I've showed you any value. Guys, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I can't wait to see you guys next week. Take care.